think it's a nice ideal to aspire to, and we all sort of want it to work, but it doesn't, because you've just got to look at the evidence. You know, you look throughout history, and in every single culture, there's always been evidence of affairs, right? From, you know, you look at Chinese courtesans, Japanese geishas, royal mistresses in Europe. It's been there throughout history, and monogamy was, it's been a construct. I mean, monogamy and marriage itself, this idea of a lifelong relationship where it's full-time and you live together, was always, throughout history, something that we had to do because it was the only way of continuing inheritance. It was the only way of you know, transferring wealth across families. And today, the modern world's very different to that, and I think we're much more independent, and there isn't this need to stay together. So it's not so much it's not so much a question of whether sexual monogamy can work. It's the idea that, can we really be together with one person, merge our lives, and do everything together, live together 24/7? I don't think
the idea of that, though, is lovely.
It is.
But no, she doesn't.
She doesn't. For some people, personally, I wouldn't like that. And I think, you know, we have this idea that that is what everyone has to do, and that's what everyone should do, and that is the ultimate recipe for contentment. But I don't think that suits everyone. And I've interviewed a lot of couples, a lot of individuals about this, and that is not the, you know, what everyone wants. But I think a lot of people sleepwalk into this sort of idea of a long-term relationship when perhaps they don't really.
What's the longest relationship you've ever had?
3 years. I did do 3 years once.
I did do.
Yeah. I've never been that happy in a full-time relationship. And it's not that I can't do monogamy. When I'm really into someone, I'm really into them. And it's so it's not a sexual thing. I don't think that's very satisfying.
Is it more just the everyday?
It's just the everyday, seeing someone like 5 times a week. I think there's this massive change
so
between.
So you're a bit of a heartbreaker, Helen. Sounds to me.
Yes.
Maybe they break my heart too.
Anne, what's your take on
Well, I
this?
agree with a lot of what Helen's saying. I certainly think we should celebrate being single, and there are certainly people for whom it's better to be single, and sounds like you're one of them, and I think that's terrific. I think, you know, we should never feel being single is second best. Absolutely not.
Of course not.
And I also agree with you that there's been massive failure at this wonderful ideal, but the fact that we fail at something doesn't mean it isn't still achievable and a wonderful idea. I mean, there's a lot of people not have good health. That doesn't mean we don't celebrate good health and want it. And the proof of it, to my mind, is that still it is the majority of people who embark on a monogamous marriage in this country succeed in it. So it really does work. And also, the majority, it's by far been the most popular and accepted ideal throughout history and throughout culture. Yes, people have failed at it, and yes, you're absolutely right that in the past just the tiny upper classes would have to embark on sort of you know, for financial reasons, but not the majority of people.
But more have succeeded,
people
more
have
have succeeded than they have failed.
And always more have succeeded. OK, in America today, I think it's slightly the balance is more fail than succeed. But that's one country, right? And that's the developed West where marriage is under amazing sort of, fantastic's the wrong word, but attack.
Yeah.
Still, in the UK, most of us succeeded.